Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, December 12th, and storm cleanup from storm number 1 on the way today. Most areas picking up anywhere from 4 inches to as much as about 10 or 11 inches across the area. Here in Breckenridge, we picked up 8.1 inches of snow, and we got an Arctic front that's going to be pushing through the area here later tomorrow into early Wednesday. That could create some gusty winds, maybe a little blowing and drifting snow, and maybe some light snow with the front itself. Behind it, much colder air. And then we're going to watch another system that looks very similar to the setup we just went through. We could see half a foot or more of snow as we get into later Friday into Saturday, followed by more cold air. There could be a mix of some of the precipitation with this system over the weekend, but again, it looks like for many areas we could see another round of pretty heavy snow. If we look at the headlines, then looks like a cleanup day today, an Arctic front tomorrow, and then again that storm that'll move into the area by Friday into the weekend, and then again behind it some mighty cold air. But there are signs we could see a very significant warm up just before Christmas, and hopefully that doesn't melt all the snow, but we could see some much warmer temperatures as we approach Christmas. Again, that's a long ways off, and we'll certainly watch that potential pattern change here. If we look at the shot this morning of my vehicle, you can see quite a bit of snowfall on there. About 7.3 inches of snow on the ground this morning, and that now takes us up to 11 inches for the month of December, and that's about 122% of the normal. So we're already ahead of the entire month of December's normal snowfall, which is 9 inches. Our normals for the day, our normal high is 33, the normal low is 20, and you can see back in 1958 we got down to -3. We were -3. Again, very chilly back in the 1950s, and it's said that that's kind of the pattern we're back into right now, which would be the late 1950s. You can see across the U.S. yesterday, the warmest temperature 88 degrees in McAllen, Texas, and the cold spot -26 degrees at Ash Lake, Minnesota. If we look at the conditions around the area this morning, mainly upper 20s to low 30s across the region, and again with the cloud cover, pretty consistent temperatures. A little bit of snow is still falling across portions of the lower peninsula. Again, that'll be moving out of the area, and just a little bit of lake effect. But again, for the most part, it looks like we're going to see conditions improve, and it should be a good day to clean up all the snow out there. If we look at the satellite, if this looks very familiar, this is the setup we're currently in. You can see that storm moving off to the east that brought us all the snow. We've got a cold air that's going to be plunging into the Great Lakes and Midwest here over the next 24 to 36 hours. And that'll last into much of the rest of the week, and then we can already see another batch of moisture streaming out of the Pacific heading into the lower 48. That's going to create again another system as we get towards late this week, and by the time we get into Friday we may look at some more snow moving back into the area just in time for the weekend. If we look at the weather map this morning, you can see just some lake effect snow and some leftover snow showers this morning. High pressure will dominate the area here over the next several days though, with the exception of the Arctic front. Again, not a lot of moisture associated with this front, but it's definitely going to create some very chilly temperatures and some lower wind chills over the next couple of days, and then yet another front will swing through the area to reinforce this cold air. Meanwhile, moisture is going to be gathering off to the west, and eventually it's going to start moving our way once we get to the end of the week. And you can see on the day Wednesday, the next front that's going to be coming through, kicking off a little bit of lake effect snow showers. So again, this doesn't look like a very good setup even for many portions of the snow belt areas. Again, looks like across the northwest or lower peninsula would be the best chance of picking up 4 inches or more of snow. And if we look at the GFS through next weekend, if this were correct, you can see you would bring a swath of about 10 to 14 inches of snow across much of south central and central lower Michigan. The European is a little bit farther south, but it has the entire lower peninsula picking up 6 inches or more of snow, and the Canadian also on board with a pretty good amount of snow. So it definitely looks like a pretty good opportunity for more heavy snow once we get late this week into Saturday as it looks right now, and we'll continue to update that all week long. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73 is to all.